Hey everybody, welcome to Willow's Roots. Morgan here. Thanks for joining me this week. This week we're going to be talking about something that I'd like to call history makers. And I am not a theologian. I was lucky to make it through my Bible classes in college, so please bear with me if I pronounce things wrong, blah, whatever, I'm a mom. So this week I want to be reading from Exodus 1, talking about the midwives and when Moses was born. I'm going to start at verse 11. So Exodus 1, verse 11. It says, this is when, just so you know, this is when the Israelites were growing in number and Pharaoh was in power, and he was starting to fear the Israelites because they were growing in such numerous numbers. So there was a new king that he didn't know about Joseph and all of them, so he wanted to start killing off the Israelites, Pharaoh. So it says, verse 15, Exodus 1, the king of Egypt said to the Hebrew midwives, whose names were Shiphrah and Puah, hope I said that right, when you help the Hebrew women in childbirth and observe them on the delivery stool, if it is a boy, kill him, but if it is a girl, let her live. The midwives, however, feared God and did not do what the king of Egypt had told them to do. They let the boys live. Then the king of Egypt summoned the midwives and asked them, "Why have you done this? Why have you let the boys live?" The midwives answered Pharaoh, "Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women. They are vigorous and give birth before the midwives arrive." So God was kind to the midwives, and the people increased and became even more numerous. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all his people, "Every boy that is born you must throw into the Nile, but let every girl live." So, I wanted to talk about, I was collecting my thoughts, history makers, and how Shiphrah and Puah basically altered history, because if you continue reading in Exodus, right after this is when Moses was born, and his mother puts him in the basket. You know the whole story, and he lives. He's actually taken into Pharaoh's home. And this is such an incredible story, I think, because had Shiphrah and Puah not feared God, Moses would not have been born. And it's crazy to look at the Bible to see all that Moses did, and to think, had he not been born, literally history would have been altered for, I don't know, it's hard to imagine what it would have been. But these women, because they feared God and because they made a choice out of fear for the Lord, they altered history because Moses was born, and we see all that Moses has done. So God blesses them. He gives them a family of their own. And I just want to talk about just how moms, sometimes we can really grow weary, or sometimes we really have big decisions to make for our kids. It could be health related. It could be, where are they going to go to school? It could be if they're older and, they're choosing their friends, should we let them hang out with this group, or should we put our foot down and say, no, you can't hang out with them, just a no. Really, sometimes it doesn't matter how old your kids get. you're still going to be trying to make decisions for them or trying to influence a decision for them. I see that now that I'm grown, because I'll call my mom and I'll be like, okay, look, this is going on. What should I do? What is your advice for me? And she will still give me her advice. She will still try to tell me, I think this may be the best idea, or make sure you do this, or, this is what scripture says, just things like that. And so I think as mothers, I just want to encourage you when I say that you are altering history for your kids. Whether it's on a scale of big or small, whether you stay home or you work, the way you raise them, the decisions you make for them, the rules, the boundaries that are set for them, you are altering history for them and for their lives. And that is so much pressure. It's an incredible amount of pressure, but it also is such an honor to know that God has bestowed this honor of motherhood upon us, this honor of motherhood upon you. And he's saying, I trust you with these children, because we know that these kids, they are given to us by God and they belong to God. And that's a hard concept to grasp, but it's like, Lord, your will be done with my children. They were his children first. And so it's such an honor to know that he has said, Morgan, I entrust you with Willow and Milo, and I entrust you to make decisions and choices for them using my wisdom, because they are my kids. So anyway, I just want to leave that with you, that you are a history maker. You have such a duty to do, just like these midwives. They had a duty, they had a job, and they feared God while doing that, and he respected and he honored that. And so you, likewise, mother watching, you have a duty to do. You have a job to do, raising these babies, being mom. And I just encourage you that when you grow weary, when you are tired, when you feel that you're making all the wrong choices or all the wrong decisions, you're not. Like, just seek God in all that you do. Lean on him and not your own understanding. And he will get you through. He will get you through whatever it is that you're going through, whatever answers you're seeking for. And so I just leave that with you, that you are a history maker. You are making history for your kids, and God gets to write the pages. God gets to write the book. We get to help turn the pages for them. And so I leave that with you today, and I hope that's encouraging to you. Get your hopes up. Be inspired about being a mom. Let this refresh you. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Share this with a mom. Share it with a new mom who may need some encouragement in the early process of motherhood. And like I said already, like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all your friends. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye. Okay.